Hey, y'all, I hope y'all wasn't expecting us to talk about fucking GameSpot or fucking impeachment trials or some shit. Because we don't give a fuck about that right now. We're talking about some straight up nerd shit. It is fucking February and stuff. I don't know. It's the 18th? Yeah, probably. It's the 18th of February. This is Hit Not Factory Radio. I hope you nerds are ready for some nerd ass shit. There it is.
Every time.
We'll be right with it's. You ready? All right.
Head Nod Factory Radio. Live and direct. I really can't believe I can't think of anything.
Don't mess with me, I'm one crazy mofo.
Punched in the face.
You're a complete bastard and we'll hate you.
Tune in.
I'll fuck anything that moves.
Or whatever. Head Nod Factory Radio.
It's so fucking annoying.
That was the trashiest intro I've ever done. That might be the trashiest intro we've ever had, period.
Possibly. We've been doing this like not that long.
This is where we were at in the conversation. Superman's fucking lame.
Big time.
I am not a DCEU fan. I'm MCU till I die.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Purist.
But I low-key kind of want DC to have a win. It's kind of like when I started standing the Browns and they started winning.
Yeah.
I attribute that to me and my fandom.
It's your
and also Odell energy. Going down. Odell was holding back that offense. It was obvious he was a limiter, and they should have went further. Anyway, who cares? I think them versus Tampa Bay would have been a better Super Bowl.
I think they could have.
They could have gotten there. I think they could have gotten there. They could have beaten the Chiefs.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they could have beaten the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I mean like in a high profile championship game, I think they would have. We're talking about nerd shit. Whoa.
Yeah, y'all are way off.
Completely on the opposite fucking side of the fucking spectrum right now.
The Browns.
But yeah, Superman's lame.
And let's be honest, he's lame because he's white.
Right. But I would argue.
Yeah, he got all them powers.
Black superheroes have been around for forever. And the fact that they're being included now is somewhat disingenuous and insincere.
And we're talking about in an animated live action atmosphere.
In general.
Period.
In general. They're only including... Miles Morales is only popping right now. Miles Morales has been around for almost a decade. The only reason he's popping right now is because comic book companies have realized that they have an untapped potential in selling to black folks. Kamala Khan, all of this other shit that they're pushing in our faces is a cash grab. It's blatant. I think it's wonderful because I think it's great that little Pakistani girls can have their superhero. And I think it's amazing that girls can have a selection of superheroes.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing that little black boys have their superheroes. But to be clear, you've always had them. And you should have let your kids read comic books, and you shouldn't have been worried about them getting beat up in school for reading comic books, because that's ridiculous.
I would like to think that we can just blame, like big corporations,
black parents,
big corporations for why
I'll get into
more
that.
Why more of us haven't been as privy to
100%
to knowing that these type of people have always existed
100%.
But for some reason, black parents have not
supported that.
Yeah, they've not supported that, and it's kind of irritating for me because when Free Comic Book Day comes around, I'm taking my kids out there and we're getting our shit. We're trying to see but it's frustrating to see that we're one of I few black families that are out there really getting involved,
embracing the culture.
Yeah, and having to be
granted,
more about I guess every now and again caring about when the next big movie is coming out.
Granted, I think it's been fantastic that we have had more representation in nerd media for people of color, because I feel like it has given us more opportunity. I mean, honestly, Big Frida and Juan LaFonta we're at the fucking Black Panther premiere. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's awesome because
they also bought tickets to the movie for hundreds of
and that completely destigmatizes it for so many of those black families and black kids, which I think, I mean, if we're being honest, that is an untapped a place where, you know, comics could have really stayed alive in a really trying time before the MCU, prior to that. But I just think it's fucked up that niggas only matter when you want our money.
I don't think that Black Panther getting a movie like really skyrocketed black interest in the comic books, like talking about it, because when I think about it, we've already had like black superhero movies, and I'm talking, you know, things that Bobby
Kazam.
Steel.
Kazam?
No, I'm not saying Kazam. Kazam was not a superhero.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was a genie.
He had powers.
He had powers, but he was a genie.
He was not a superhero.
He was a good guy.
3 wishes, and he was done with your ass.
I don't think anybody knew Blade was a comic book.
Yeah, no one did. Well, I'm talking Blade. I'm talking Meteor Man. That shout out to Bobby. He knows. That was his shit.
Yeah, with Blank Man.
Blank Man.
There wasn't there a Lightning one too that was a cartoon and a show?
Black Lightning.
Yeah, okay.
Black Lightning.
He was in the Justice League.
Yeah,
he didn't have his own standalone.
And
I think they made him for the show too.
No,
I don't remember him being in a comic book prior to that.
But you'll have to go like far back.
Static Shock.
I mean, I've been a nerd for a minute.
You know, Static
Shock for the new generation. That kind of folded us in. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's more. Is like I don't think a lot of people are aware that Manta Ray is black. I don't think a lot of people know that Aquaman's brother, his evil brother, is black.
Oh, they gotta make the evil dude.
Wait,
because he's black.
It's a good because he's not a full brother.
He was robbing people's steel horses.
That's the thing about it. So in the movie, I don't know if you saw the movie.
Yeah,
but in the movie, they didn't portray Manta Ray as being Aquaman's brother. He was just some pirate.
dude. Yeah, who happened to be on the submarine
that took up the mantle as Manta Ray because he got all of the stuff from his brother.
Should have known some dude named Ray was a black guy. Should have known.
First of all,
Manta Raymond.
That's
Manta
hilarious. But yeah, like in the cartoon, the comic books, they're brothers. And their whole conflict is that Manta Ray feels like he's the rightful heir to the throne because Arthur took a fucking siesta and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go live with the land people. Y'all have all this shit or whatever. Manta Ray was like, well, I'm obviously like next up for the throne and like that should be mine. It was like, nah.
But then they made, Arthur,
Aquaman. So Aquaman keep saying Arthur.
Aquaman was white.
Yeah, because I didn't know the fuck y'all was talking about.
Arthur, yeah.
The nigga with the green gloves and the scales.
Yeah,
that's flip
Aquaman in the comic books and stuff was white. In the movie, the portrayal went to what's his name? What's his name?
That dude from Insidious.
No.
Yeah.
Huh?
Jason Momoa?
Yeah, Jason's Mimosa.
That dude is fine as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he
straight up.
That dude is very attractive, man.
Cannot deny.
It makes more sense to have him be a mer dude because everybody trying to see him wet,
Yeah,
because he sees me wet
all the time.
He's a good old island nigga. You know what I'm saying? His pose.
Come on, brother. What's up with you?
Problematic boy.
You can say Samoan.
He's
problematic boy for life.
He's an island. Come on. That's all it is. Island niggas.
We ride together. We say offensive shit together.
Problematic boys for life. Yeah. You know what it is. You know the vibes.
Shit just got real offensive.
They made his daddy. His daddy was.
That's a t-shirt.
His. Yeah.
Smart Lawrence's face.
Yeah. Like King Trident, he dipped in a little bit of blackfish.
Yo,
Blackfish.
That works on multiple levels.
Catfish.
Hey.
The queen of Atlantis comes home and it's like, what the fuck was that grouper just jumped out of the window? The fuck was that?
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Baby, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't fuck with groupers. Whoa.
Yo, you know me, I'm fake.
That was a Goliath grouper. Hey, I like them thin and skinny, babe. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey. Whoa. Hey. If anybody doesn't know anything about fish, Goliath groupers they're saltwater bottom dwellers. They get about 600 pounds. They are savages. And that is what I just compared fat black women to.
Goliath groupers.
To Goliath groupers.
Savages.
Very prize catches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
Couldn't like some of good Goliath.
Just know what to send your hate mail when you're sending your hate mail. That's all I'm saying.
Just make sure you send pictures of that booty
to me.
To Swiperton at Gmail. .com.
.com. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
What?
Anyway. Yeah, man. I think it's really important that DC performs well because, honestly, competition brings out the best in everybody involved in a field. And I feel like maybe you could... I think there's some people who have been watching MCU movies who kind of feel like maybe there's been a little bit too many origin films. Maybe they've been a little bit too formulaic. Maybe, things have felt a little bit too normal.
Yeah.
But DC is always, to me, DC always is going to feel like Sprint. Like, they're always going to feel like they're the last, they're always the runner-up.
But they weren't. For a long time, DC was the only people in the game, really.
Yeah.
Up until Iron Man 1, DC
it was pure
That
DC.
was it. It was Christopher Reeves and fucking Val Kilmer.
They had multiple Batman movies.
Look. Tim Burton's
Batman
did a great job.
Yeah. Did he?
He did.
He did.
Did he?
Tim
He
Burton's
did.
Batman's was the shit.
Oh, okay.
But
y'all say so.
As soon as Val Kilmer and
they went
George
Hawkeye,
Clooney
came through with them nipples, dog.
What was the nigga's name? The director?
Who cares?
Schumacher.
Oh yeah, Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, Joel
Schumacher.
And they went real like
bad, campy, bad.
Yeah, they tried.
They were
so
real
bad.
colorful.
I think they tried to capture some of the Burton magic because Burton's films were very dark but like still campy and kind of goofy. But I think it was just too much. It was too much laser lights. It was horribly acted. Yeah. They made Nicole Kidman look like a schlub. Like I don't know how you manage that. Schlub.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
No,
she was in.
That was on to play Poison Ivy.
Revenge. No, that was Uma Thurman.
Catwoman.
No. That was Michelle Pfeiffer.
God damn these white.
That's what I was about to say. Michelle Pfeiffer. That was my moment.
Yeah, that was
that you
as Catwoman.
That you
right in the end when the mask was open and the hair was out and the lipstick was out. I was like,
yeah,
bro,
this does it for me.
What? I was like 7. I was like, nigga, this white woman is cutting up. Did he just smooch her? Oh my god.
Yeah, those two. Those two are fine.
Hey.
Wait, what was Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman was the other love interest.
Right. Yeah.
In the Batman Forever.
Yeah.
I had the Batman Forever Batmobile phone. It was never plugged in. Never used it.
Had nobody called.
Never
used.
Never called.
Never taken out the package.
But yeah, I feel like DC was crushing it.
He took it out of the package.
DC had Batman the animated series, all the Batman films, Christopher Reeves' films.
They had the Superman animated series,
Justice League Unlimited, just from way back.
The Batman cartoons were flames.
Yeah. The best.
Fuego.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond came out and was still fire from the same studio.
Because
Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Hamill is the Joker. You got
Hamill. You put Hamill in anything, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
That joke, bruh.
It's
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Killing it. And
all types of sexual awakenings for little 7-year-old boys.
But here's the thing. I feel like DC.
Wait,
what? And girls, fuck you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like DC has.
Bang.
I feel like DC knows that they have the market on animated things, and that's where they really shine because they can kind of do more as opposed to with the live action movies. It's like a Simpsons did it kind of thing. Like it's certain things that DC can't do with their movies. That because Marvel has kind of already been crushing it.
No, but they could have done that. They
a long time ago, but they
went
did
so
not.
far left after the Tim Burton Batmans, and then they just never came out with a good thing after that.
I feel like I know
up
why.
Until Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
and if we don't discuss, shut the.
I'm still gonna say Christian Bale was not a great Batman.
And you are an idiot for saying that.
Okay. I'm an idiot for a lot of things, but that ain't one.
You're talking about Christian Bale being Batman as opposed to you. I'm talking about
who's your favorite Batman then?
Talking about the movie.
Serious?
The movie
Adam fucking West.
Adam
idiot.
fucking West.
Idiot.
Greatest Batman ever. First of all, fuck you. The Bat Dance. He had all the Bat things. He was the only Batman that had every Bat gadget. Prove me fucking
Is it
wrong.
because it was goofy? Is that why you liked it? Is because it was stupid?
Probably.
Flap.
But also it was
the grown man playing Robin in his drawers.
Yeah.
You were into that shit. Huh?
It was that. And I felt like it was the one Batman that it had a right balance of.
You're a gymnast, Robin. Show off those legs and those fucking booties.
Hey, yeah.
Holy smokes,
You know what it is.
Batman.
Batman, can I please get some gadgets? Do some flips, faggot.
Like some
Do some flips.
I leaked some shark repellent in my bat tighties.
I think that was the appeal in the West. In the West era, I feel like the appeal was that it was goofy. It was a little dumb.
And it also kind of like gave us everything. You had your Riddler, you had your Joker, you had the henchman, you had your
Did
Penguin.
you just add another syllable to the Riddler?
No, I said the
He said
Riddler.
the Riddler.
He said the Riddler. That's an extra syllable. It's
The
just
Riddler.
the Riddler.
Riddler.
The Riddler.
Say
It's
it
too
either
deep.
way.
Riddler.
The word is riddle.
Yeah,
And he
but
was the Riddler.
it's always been the Riddler.
No, you smashing them D's together.
It don't matter.
It's when they're together, you only enunciate one.
But
The Riddler.
my enunciation is not on fucking trial right now.
Fair enough.
It gave us all the villains in a way that we felt like we should see all of Batman's villains, and that's basically working together to try to beat this man.
But that was never the case in the comics.
No, of course it was never the case in the comics. But when you have a fucking live action version of something, I feel like taking the time. Come on, if you give me one Batman, no, I'm saying if you give me one Batman movie,
Yeah.
and in that singular Batman movie, he's facing one criminal, and that like and everything else you give me about his bullshit lifestyle, man, you're not filling out the universe. Look, I can take having.
Then why do people hate Rises so much? If that's your thesis, why do people hate Rises so much?
Who was the villain in that? Was it Bane?
It was Bane. Scarecrow was in it.
Was he?
Talia al Ghul was in it.
I don't. I'm gonna have to
That was
rewatch.
the
I don't. I don't
That was-
remember Scarecrow really.
Scarecrow
being in
was
it.
he
Yeah,
was
he's in-
definitely in it.
I'm talking like. in
Oh,
it.
a main villain.
not
fucking-
main, but having
Scarecrow's
just
not
as
a
much.
But
screen
why in the
time.
fuck would you try? And I think honestly, if I'm being fair, the Schumacher. I don't think it was Joel Schumacher. I could be wrong. Who cares?
Probably, I think it was.
I think the Schumacher films, both of them had two villains. So the first one had Two-Face and Riddler, and then the second one had Poison Ivy. Well, Poison Ivy, Bane,
and Mr.
Bane was
Freeze.
kind of not really there. He wasn't as important.
He was there,
as
but he was there because
he was
of
secondary.
Yeah.
And
He
Mr.
was the
Freeze,
henchman.
and I don't really think they handled that too well because it was always like this. They would dueling personalities working together and shit, and it never really worked out. Whereas, I think I would argue that the Dark Knight trilogy, only dealing with so much villain at one time, allowed for you to really get a great idea and a characterization of the villain, right? So you only had one thing to focus on at one time. They could really flesh out that character, and then that villain exposed something about Batman and it enunciated his character more. It was a good movie that happened to have superheroes in it.
So here was the problem. You had so many big names. You had Uma Thurman playing Poison Ivy. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
You had so many big names, and they just try to squeeze everything on top of each other. Because when you think of like the Mr. Freeze like storyline about his whole wife and everything, their origin played secondary to them trying to like actually focus on what the main thing was, and that was like him stealing the fucking diamond.
It was also really stupidly written and ham-fisted.
Yeah.
It was silly.
Yeah, that's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
too silly.
Everything that was important for you to really know about them was
Yeah.
like a in passing kind of thing.
Do you think, to a degree, Schumacher was trying to capture the West era in that respect? Because to your point, it was a lot of the villains working together. It was campy.
Yeah.
It was a little stupid, but it was very colorful, very vibrant.
I feel like what he really tried to do was to like make his own version of what was already made before him, as in like taking like the villains and everything, and like kind of try to compile them in the way.
Well, that's a given. I'm saying, do you feel like it's referential to the Adam West era?
Nah, I don't.
When we're talking about it, I feel like it is.
What I don't feel like in the way of like, if that was the case, I like to think that casting would have played more of a larger factor. If he was like really trying to re-embody that, I think the casting would have been different. because you would have went with someone who wasn't as big of a name, who would have like, let's say, demanded so much screen time as an Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was probably around the time like still hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh off of like Predator and everything. Uma Thurman was kind of a
Predator.
What I'm thinking of, not Predator. Fucking
Terminator?
Jingle All the Way, dude.
Jingle All the Way.
You know, Ta Turtle Man.
I'm saying just kind of like around that like that time where he was like fucking hot.
I think he was probably on a decline at that point. If I'm thinking around that era correctly, I think he was kind of on the way down. He was starting to calm down. That was maybe. It was around 5 years before he got governor for California, if not less than that. So he was on a decline. Uma Thurman, that was before Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, way before.
So she wasn't. She was
a no name, but she was still. She was a name.
She was well known, but I don't think she had Kill Bill. She didn't have Kill Bill notoriety at that point. I think that really sent her to a different place.
Yeah.
Was Pulp Fiction before or after?
Wake this nigga up.
He's a
dog. Can you contribute so you can stay awake?
No, this could be another episode where Bobby snores into the fucking mic. Everybody loved it.
He legit. I was like, "Can you contribute so you can stay?" He went,
"Nah, dog,
no, absolutely not."
But that's I feel like DC has had a large cushion of time to make like that universe work. But I feel like since there was so many other opportunities, it's too many fucking like franchises that we can compare within the same fucking hero.
And that's we talk about that about Spider-Man a lot. Spider-Man and Batman are the two biggest superheroes, most popular superheroes in the world. So it makes sense that they've been reinterpreted as many times as they have. Having said that, the Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man films kind of suffer from the same thing that I think the Schumacher Batman films do. They're a little too campy, a little too much
especially
for the senses. If we're talking about how many villains, the fact of the matter is Sandman is such a secondary, tertiary fucking villain in the Spider-Man lore. For one, the Goblin turning into James Franco on a sugar glider was bullshit. And Venom should have been that entire fucking movie, and it shouldn't have been Topher Grace. There was so many mistakes.
Somebody else.
Black Suit Spider-Man is some of the most iconic comic book material that has ever been written.
Yeah,
and they shat on it, dog. It hurts. It's painful.
The problem with that third Spider-Man movie is it was the wrong mixture of villains.
They should.
No, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. It was the wrong mixture.
Go ahead.
Just taking off of what you said about Sandman, he should not have had as much story in that movie as he did.
Having said that, he was very interesting in the film.
But he was the only. He
was very interesting in the film.
Very interesting in the film. But for him to have as much screen time as he had, for him to have as much storyline as he had, was a bad fucking move.
Yes,
because he's not a prominent villain. Like he's basically fucking Clayface of Spider-Man of the MCU.
Oh yeah, Clayface is a Batman villain.
He's a Batman villain.
Yeah,
he's not a main Batman.
That's
villain.
actually what they called me in grade school.
That makes sense. He wasn't a main Batman villain, but when a big villain needed like some shit to like kind of happen, they would call
Grundy. Bam.
They would call up Clayface if they want somebody to be impersonated.
This is how fucking lame Superman is. All of Superman's villains are basically just different versions of himself.
Yes.
Solomon Grundy is zombie Superman.
Yeah.
Bizarro is weird Superman.
Made up that name.
Yeah. Doomsday is Thanos Superman. No, I'm sorry.
Who name you thought you made up? Solomon Grundy?
This is Grundle, yeah.
Solomon Grundy. He's a zombie.
Yeah, he has a whole rhyme.
He looks like the Incredible Hulk, but he's green.
But he's dead.
Yeah, all his clothes is ripped up. He's still got a shirt.
But he's a shitty Hulk.
He's a shitty Hulk. He's a shitty Hulk.
He doesn't jump.
Who's the gorilla that talk?
Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
That's a Flash villain, Gorilla Grodd.
Is Brainiac a Superman villain or a Justice League?
He's a Superman villain.
He's a Superman villain?
Because
Lex Luthor, the nigga with leukemia?
Yeah. You know, he's Superman with leukemia. Leukemia Superman.
Wait, it's Doomsday and who's the other one? Who's the other big one? It's two great niggas.
All right.
It's Doomsday and who's the other one? Help me.
You saying other great?
Darkseid. Darkseid's Thanos.
Yeah, basically.
Thanos was modeled after Darkseid, and Doomsday is just big gray Superman, Incredible Hulk with claws.
Yeah.
Wolverine, Superman,
pretty much it.
Hulk. It's lame.
But again, it's just Superman being so boring.
He's just so fucking boring.
That they have to try to come up with villains that are like
equally boring,
or a little bit more exciting. Superman's villains have to span the entire Justice League in order for them to like really be interesting. Because if they're just a Superman villain, it's like a whatever kind of thing.
I only know of like one Wonder Woman villain,
and that's
the cheetah bitch. Yeah, the bitch that dressed like a kid.
But here's the Wonder Woman's villains are gods. like that. Those are the only ones.
It could just be a 65-year-old woman who just got divorced. It could just be her.
It could be, but
you know how mamas be strong anyway. It could just be she's like, guess what, bitch? Guess who just got a groove back, Wonder Woman? Yeah. It's Eartha Kitt.
Hey, make it work.
The first Catwoman.
The first Catwoman.
Yeah.
And she was black.
Black.
Who's that? Adam West? Catwoman.
Yeah, she was.
But it's a larger list of things that make Superman so fucking lame.
But you know who I think is super lame in the MCU?
Hawkeye?
Nobody. Everybody's fire.
Everybody's fuego.
All of those characters are perfectly fleshed out. You wish they had more opportunities to flesh them out.
And they're going to get them in upcoming movies?
Honestly, where are we at? We're good. So I'm gonna spiel this real quick. And then I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave the cards where they lie. So Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. I know how everybody feels about Hawkeye for the most part. Underutilized, right? Dude with a bow and arrow. He could obviously do more. The thing of it is, in the first Thor, he was very cool.
That is true. Hawkeye was cool.
Hawkeye is the Batman of the MCU.
He low-key kind of is.
No powers, all the gadgets,
but he could moss everybody.
So
could moss everybody.
Huh? What?
So Tony?
Shut up. No. Tony Stark is way more interesting than Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's a more complex person. But
yeah, he has a drug. He's
also
with
like
drug
funny
problem.
And cool.
That's what Iron Man.
Yeah,
is.
he's an alcoholic Batman.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He has a problem.
I don't care what nobody says. That's fucking awesome.
Playboy.
A drinking problem? I bet you do think that's awesome.
Billionaire philanthropist, but Playboy. Playboy genius. Playboy genius, billionaire philanthropist.
Bobby, you have to talk into the microphone.
Not around the microphone.
If you weren't asleep for the last 3 episodes, you would probably know that.
I was awake the last episode. Excuse the
that
fuck
is
out of me.
so not true that I'm concerned that God is going to strike my house with lightning right now.
The last episode?
God's like, I cannot let this nigga get away from me. All right, enjoy your bath, baby. Becca's walking out. All right.
The last episode.
So why do you?
It doesn't. It's not as important right now.
Whatever. Anyway,
Hawkeye. That's fine. The first Thor Hawkeye was fire. I think we could all agree.
The first what?
Yeah, because
first Thor film.
Thor film. Yeah.
He had like
this very like
it was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
He had a definite
very
vibe.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah, like a laid back like.
Avengers came around.
He still had,
and you put him around too many niggas who are better than him.
Yeah,
and it was like, so why is he like? Why did Loki pick him? It's my confusion.
At the beginning of the movie, though, he had a very similar vibe. And then he lost the vibe.
He was cool. He was still cool. But I had no doubt in my mind.
He had no fear.
Everybody could murk the shit out of this cat.
Here's why Loki chose Hawkeye, because he was the only one
in the
room at the time.
He was like, I want you.
Yeah, who had like a talent.
He didn't even know he was an Avenger. He was just like, yep.
He's like, oh, he can shoot arrows.
His bodyguard.
Like,
Take you.
You too. You're close. I think by Ultron, he was honestly the most interesting part of Ultron. Aside from Ultron himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they let his story play into
how he was like this binding agent of the team. And I don't care what anybody says, the best standalone scene in the entire MCU is when they were having fun drinking after the party.
Yeah.
Before Ultron came to life and attacked.
Yeah, when they were trying to lift Thor's hammer.
Bar none, the best scene in the MCU.
It's that and them eating shawarma.
Yes. because it humanizes them, and it makes these like larger than life characters like. Anyway, having said that, they ruined Hawkeye in Endgame. They ruined him.
You feel like they ruined him?
They ruined him. They took too many turns
because he was Ronin. And
that was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but they had to get that out the way. Honestly, I don't think there was a better way that they could have introduced that version of Hawkeye.
I think they should have kept Scarlett Johansson alive. They should have kept Scarlett Jost alive.
Romanoff, Natasha.
They should have kept her alive, and then had Ronan be the villain in a blip-oriented film.
Yeah.
And then had the Black Widow film be a film about her tracking Clint down in between Infinity War and Endgame.
That would have had to been a sequel.
I think they...
Because you got to give her origin. She had, like, everybody else had it, so she has to have it.
Yeah. Then Black Widow 2. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just think it would have made more sense to have that fully fleshed out. Then you could go into Budapest and all of their history together. You could have
the sequel would just be a series of flashbacks. I'm thinking out loud.
I think that would have been way interesting, and I think Hawkeye's a way interesting character. And I think the reason why the MCU is so much better than the DCEU, and I'm not going to talk about the shows because I think the shows have more time to really the Flash and the Green Arrow,
Green Arrow. But I think
Batwoman.
I think that was a good thing.
Who's black now?
Yeah. I started watching it. I know how that happened.
I think that was a good idea. Like, okay, let's not make these guys movies because they're not movie worthy.
Because they're kind of lame. The Flash is kind of lame.
Yeah, he's just really.
And the
fast.
Green Arrow is kind of lame.
He's
in
really
the same way that
kid.
Hawkeye is kind of lame.
Flash is better animated than live action. I have to say,
put him on a show
because they can do more.
Let's make him a show, an episodic show, to where we can introduce other characters and not have him be so lame for so long, and then we'll kind of do that. So I think Hawkeye would have been a great show.
Oh, that's
about to be a great
it's
show.
about to be a fire show.
Yeah, well,
but I don't think it's Clint's story though.
No, it's Haley Steinfeld's story.
It's Kate Bishop's story,
which is ridiculous because he has a daughter who's into archery.
Is she into it, or is he just like training her, and it's kind of like a hobby for them?
We'll find out. Because
I think that possibly could.
He's passing the mantle.
Yeah, but like knowing as I think about it, it shouldn't be his daughter because he understands the pressure of being Hawkeye.
And he's like, baby, I want you to be a tax auditor.
Yeah.
Who's just good at archery. When you go to put your pen back in the cup, you could do it from across the room.
No problem.
I love you, sweetheart, but I don't want you to be in the ben. We're going to go to break real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about some more nerdy-ass shit, maybe with a special guest.
Maybe.
No,
it's like maybe?
Probably not, but maybe. We'll be right back.
Time to pay the bills. Tell your mama hit me up. Oh, son of a bitch. Here's a word from our sponsor. Go buy some shit.
Yeah, let's cut to the chase, okay? What are you guys selling?
Get real, get right. I hate this. I hate you.
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
This weekend at the Hilario Center in beautiful, disgusting West Wego in the Gretna Heritage Gun, Pride, and Knife and Boat Show. Come and shop from all your favorite sports and murdering brands. Feeling like less of a man? Let's fix that today. Come and touch and smell actual instruments of death. No ID? No problem. Only 10 years old? Didn't I just fucking say no problem? Prior felonies on your record with a deep-seated propensity to violence and rage?
Why are you asking so many fucking questions? Didn't I just say no goddamn problem? You get down here, you get these guns, because you like it and you need it, don't you, you tiny dick bitch?
Cut all that belly aching and get to the Hilario Center this weekend from October 32nd through November 11th and a half before that black guy breaks into your house and has sex with your wife and adopts your kids because they listen to rap music because he's cooler than you. And you know it, don't you? You coward. you could never fight and beat Ving Rhames. Never, ever, ever. You won't, and you should be afraid. So get on down to the Laro Center this weekend for the Gretna Heritage Pride Gun and Knife and Boat Show.
And we're back. We're back. I'd like to send a special shout out to our new sponsor, Davenport, Iowa's Booty Shots. Nobody really thought that the Midwest had booty shots like that. But ladies, I'm just letting you know, before you head on down to Miami for spring break, you need to head up to Davenport, Iowa, to Davenport, Iowa's Booty Shots. Thank you guys so much for supporting the brand.
You know what I'm saying? Ladies, go up there and get that Idaho potato butt shot.
Gotta get those Idaho potatoes. That is the entirely opposite side of the country. I think you just heard I and you were like,
yeah,
Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah.
I think I get a little pissed off about how nerd culture is cool now. And I don't know if y'all reciprocate. Bobby, you can't, because you were always one of the cool kids.
Yeah.
So you can't.
You could fuck off.
You could fuck clean off. Bobby was always mad popular. Bobby had friends all the time.
All his friends were into like girls and whatnot.
Yeah, Bobby was like fingering girls and stuff. Me and Quentin would fingering each other. Dap. Yeah, but it is this might spill over into other aspects of like popular culture, but like it definitely irritates me that now like it's okay to be into nerdy shit. And like it's normalized, and maybe I shouldn't feel that way. A lot of
things that were, I guess, that
uncool.
That were uncool.
Like what?
Back then.
Like what?
Now.
High waters?
Rollerblades?
Tube socks?
Not rollerblades.
Skateboarding?
Rollerblade.
Yeah, oh yeah, people are skating like crazy.
Skateboarding.
Troy's been rollerblading like for a long time.
I want him to fall for like personal matters, not because he
just doesn't.
Skating is, I mean, like
skating outside of the skating ring.
No, skating in the skating rings.
I mean,
skating rings are coming back in the fruition.
I hope so.
I'm excited for that. That's actually fire.
Can we have a birthday party at Airline Skate Center and we all do the ATL like coordinated dance?
The second we all get coordination.
Oh my! I am a very coordinated individual.
On skates?
Not on skates. No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we all on the same page.
But I think it'll translate.
No,
is what I'm saying.
It's going to translate to your ass and your ankle certain.
It bothers me. And y'all notice it bothers me when we go around like in public and you see these niggas with like shredded up acid wash skinny jeans around their ass and like pink, all this pink shit and big dangling earrings and shit, knowing full well 15 years ago some dude would have beaten you to within an inch of your life for dressing like that.
Yeah.
The shit bothers me. It does bother me. It bothers me how culture changes, and I wanted to just stay the same so it's easier to understand.
It changes rapidly, and it's because of it's
technology.
It's because of media, not necessarily social media so much as it media. So, you know, Cameron brought along the pink. Mm-hmm. Niggas would not be caught dead wearing pink, and Cameron came out in that video. And he had on all that fucking pink. And I worked at a clothing store. And the next fucking day, we had a shipment of all kind of pink shit.
I guarantee you that at some level, people wanted to do that the whole time.
But that's what it is. And he started. If you think about it, Cameron probably, and I don't want to say started, but he really kind of, he put the pedal to the metal as far as like, how we go about mainstreaming shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this rapper. Let's throw some shit on this rapper that we want him to have. And this rapper will literally change the...
so you think it was like somebody else it was like dressing him that did that?
Definitely.
Like it wasn't his...
Why? What makes you feel that way?
Like, because he never wore pink any other time.
No.
I only seen him wear pink that one time, and then everybody else was doing that shit.
But I mean, Cameron doesn't have a clothing line to speak for or anything like that. So it's not like he never did.
No,
so he didn't.
He didn't until after that.
Oh yeah,
Diplomats didn't come around until after that. Diplomat clothing line didn't come out until after the Diplomat clothing line. Yeah, the Diplomat clothing line didn't come out until after he bust that pink in that video.
And Bobby knows because he used to work at Soul Train Fashion in Newfo.
Straight up.
I didn't work at either one of those places.
He worked at Jimmy Jams.
You worked at Jimmy Jams selling shirts?
I worked at Center Court and Platinum and all
some other places that aren't around anymore.
Yeah, basically all the places are not around.
I feel like you was the problem, Bobby.
The place that they were in aren't even there anymore. So the Plaza and the.
Yeah, I mean, well, I
just think it's a good thing. I can be objective about it, and I can say it's a good thing that people are easing up, and the things that people used to be like ridiculed for and made fun of and had to keep to themselves. It's perfectly okay to be into those things now.
Openly to be.
I think it's great that black men can dress however they want and go to see whatever movies they fucking want. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. Black dudes watching anime and shit. I had a conversation with Linda a while ago about how every black dude that you know is a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Like there's no way around it
because it was fire.
You go up to everybody and ask who Goku is, and he goes like Kakarot,
Kamehameha, nigga.
It's like whoa,
Kakarot.
He ain't shit compared to the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. You feel me?
Here's my issue that I have with a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans. A lot of hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans did not watch Dragon Ball.
True.
So they just got right into all of the like adult-ish adventures of Goku, but they didn't like follow him when he was like a kid.
Why is that a problem?
Because because I'm trying to think of a way to say this that don't make me seem like a total asshole. It's just
I think it's the way you say things that makes you sound like a total.
So here it is. a lot of people who are super into Dragon Ball Z, they try to say that how GT wasn't good and how Dragon Ball wasn't good. But it's like, if you've never watched Dragon Ball, I can't take your full opinion to account if you're missing one of the fucking basically iterations of the show in order for you to really be able to decide which better.
Dragon Ball was pretty good.
Dragon Ball was good, but I mean the character arcs were a lot different, and so
it was way different because all you had was Goku with no powers. It was him learning the Kamehameha. He couldn't fly. He was on the fucking Nimbus. He had his bow staff.
It was still pretty good. It was
good.
I feel like he had better villains.
It felt more like an adventure.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball did. Seemed like there was a lot more traveling, whereas Dragon Ball Z had set pieces and you're just fucking here for 28 episodes.
Yeah.
And then you kill the dude and then you move the fuck and then you're here. You're on Namek. Yeah. And now you're at the Cell games at this one place.
That's how it was. Yeah.
And then you're fighting Majin Buu out in the desert.
That's how it was. That's how it was. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, was very much a episodic story of a young Goku who was trying to figure it out. And Krillin was right there with him. And it was both learning the Kamehameha and all that shit. And you had this old crusted, you had Master Roshi. who wasn't a complete slime bucket like he is in all the other Dragon Balls.
It's like the older you get, the creepier of an old man you become.
It was Jackie Chun at the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Exactly. Yeah. So, it was a completely, I don't want to say completely different story, but it kind of was, because it was a very Pokemon style type of thing where they kind of went around,
OG Pokemon.
Yeah, where they kind of went around the world. They went to these little tournaments here and there. They fought Tien. He fought he fought Yamcha and stuff like that. They had all the Dragon Ball characters, the dudes that's always standing on the sideline in all the other Dragon Ball
Z shit. They were prominent in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they were prominent characters. They were characters in the thing. Now they're just they're just the sideline.
That nigga that got kicked in the head by just Majin Buu's legs.
Yeah, I don't think you can fully appreciate Dragon Ball Z if you've never watched Dragon Ball.
That shit fucked me up. So I think that's not true, but
really, it's not true.
With all due respect,
anything to do with it.
I'm saying far as when we talk about story arcs, I feel like we're talking about where a lot of these characters come from and why everybody loves them in a certain way. If you don't know Yamcha's and Bulma's real relationship before Vegeta came,
no one cares, and it's completely unimportant by the time Dragon Ball Z comes around. Right. So you don't need that information to appreciate Z.
Yeah.
If in fact, I feel like it makes Z more frustrating if you really enjoy Dragon Ball, because Tien Shinhan and Chaozu and Yamcha and all of these other people are rendered completely useless by the time you get to Namek. By the time you get to Namek, none of those people mean shit anymore. And they're literally just people that get killed.
But here's why, though. Here's why that makes sense.
Because power leveling is ridiculous in the series.
As ridiculous as it is, Dragon Ball Z is really and truly just about Goku like becoming.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
But Dragon Ball, why Bells was so important?
It's about Goku becoming the strongest.
No, it was. I can't say it was about Goku becoming the strongest.
Learning.
It's about him learning to become the strongest. and everybody else is older than Goku, so that's why. But that's why them being at the positions that they're in Dragon Ball makes sense, because they're older than Goku. They've been fighting longer than Goku. But then you get to Dragon Ball Z, and it's really him.
Mind you, Goku murked all of them, including Roshi.
Yeah,
in Dragon Ball
in the tournament.
So it's almost kind of like General
weird.
Tao, Cyber Tao.
It's
him.
Weird,
he got
though.
worked.
It's weird,
Red Ribbon Army.
None of these niggas aged except for Goku.
Well, because Goku's a Saiyan, and Saiyans don't age the same way. The problem that I have
that's true
with Z.
Faster?
No,
Saiyans age slower.
Once again,
and also it's a cartoon, Bob. How much detail do you want in these old?
Y'all notice he ain't got no wrinkles.
I'm just saying.
Technically, everyone's like in their 30s or something.
Saiyans age slower.
Yeah.
So you got niggas like Yamcha.
Yeah.
And
who's like a teenager.
Huh?
I believe they were like
he was about a teenager.
Yeah, about teenager.
Him and Bulma were about
they should be old ass fucking men right now, and they're not.
No, because by the time GT comes around, Krillin is actually like an older guy. Even fucking Android 16 has wrinkles and shit. She's a fucking robot, mind you, whom Krillin fucked and made a kid with.
That's what I'm like.
That's some cum right there. Krillin's power was never in fighting.
For the Destructo Disc.
About gumming up the worst.
Somebody put cum in this robot. What's going on now? There's a fucking baby in there, dog. I'm so confused.
And no one talked about
nobody asked questions.
Nobody asked questions about Krillin's daughter being half robot,
or how Cell's tail turned into a dick that sucked her up.
I don't think that's what it did.
That's exactly what happened.
It didn't turn into a dick.
It turned into a dick and it docked her. That's what happened. I think
right into the USB port.
The longer Z goes on, the more uninteresting it gets, and that's because every time there's a new big bad guy, and then Goku just goes like, "Oh, okay, I'll just get stronger," and then there's Frieza, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, well I'll just get zooted and I'll beat him." And then there's the androids, and Goku's like, "Ooh, I'll get the shit beat out, and then I'm gonna die, but then I'm gonna come back stronger."
Nah, I don't think
Vegeta's just
I don't think he can come back anymore.
Frustrated.
What?
I don't. If my memory is on my side, I don't believe that if Goku dies again, he can be wished back.
He's been wished back like 17 times. So Shenron, and then Namek Shenron, and all of them. There's all different loopholes.
Shenron,
they got around all of that shit. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, the Namekian dragon, you can ask him as many questions as you want." It's like, I can only be immortal once, bitch. Whatever. What's the guy from the Dead Zone? Garlic Jr.
Oh, I was thinking
that nigga was like, "I want to live forever." He was like, "Cool," and they were like, "Shit." So they had to send him to the Dead Zone.
Yeah, but they made him like Garlic Jr., but he's also like a fucking child.
Yeah, but he's got real swole.
No.
Anyway, so here's the thing. Yeah, that was Garlic Jr.
Red Ribbon Army. Not Red Ribbon Army. Yeah, Garlic Jr. Yeah.
Garlic Jr., yeah. So, that's why Dragon Ball Z was uninteresting. Is because every time there was a new threat, he would get stronger. And then there's a new threat, and then everybody else would fall short. Vegeta would be like, "Nigga, I just want to be strong."
And they're like, "Guess what?"
And Goku's like, "I got this. It's in my genes."
Yeah, Vegeta would hit 3 and then fucking he would throw the 4 and shit.
And well, that's why Super has been so interesting, is because it seems as though Goku is very much so talent. Mm-hmm. So he's the talent to hard work nexus.
Yeah.
Vegeta is the nigga who's like, I'm gonna be a Super Saiyan now. I'm gonna do that shit.
Vegeta is,
and he does it through hard work, whereas Goku is like has intuition that makes him stronger. Goku's just, I love fighting and fighting loves me. Go ahead, son, get your arm broken by this fucking vicious killer.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck. He's almost too carefree, whereas Vegeta is like his exact foil. Goku is just preternaturally gifted as it comes to fighting and getting stronger, and Vegeta has to fight for every fucking inch, and he thinks he's endowed with that, and he's not. Vegeta is much more interesting. Vegeta's much more interesting.
Vegeta is way more interesting than Goku.
100%.
Because Goku, every power level that Goku has gotten to, it's been given to him.
Basic, not given.
No.
It's just been something of his.
No,
it's been instant.
Listen,
the only thing you can say that about that makes sense.
Ultra is Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God was given to him by the other 5 Saiyans.
It was taught to him.
No. Well,
they had
to pass energy to him in order for him to reach.
Vegeta just went. Vegeta's
like, I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna fucking.
And just figured it out. It just showed up on Broly's planet. Like, I got this.
Yeah, Vegeta went God mode.
No, I think he trained with the the fellas.
With Whis. But he went God mode on his own. It didn't get given to him. It wasn't passed to him.
But that's just another example of like Goku just having. It's just there. It's already there.
Yeah,
but he learned how to do the spirit bomb super easy.
No, in
when he was on King Kai's planet, he was like, all right, now you really got to. He was like, I got it. It's cool. I got it.
Now, in Goku's defense,
he did that
for the same body. Once it gets a taste of like that level of power, it's easier, for them to get. So he got a leg up with the whole Super Saiyan God thing, but he still had to train to get back to that. He still had to train his ass off to get back to that. It was easier for him than it was
explain Ultra Instinct. That it says it in the name. It's just like it's just instilled in him. He's just got it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had to come up with a different form to get close to that level.
But even with Ultra Instinct, like Goku and Vegeta, they were at the same level far as like
right up until Instinct.
Right up until Instinct, they both can reach Super Saiyan Blue. I just feel like that with Instinct, it probably was one of those like once you reach like that level, you have to be so close to fucking death, and you kind of just have to, and it comes to you like that.
We're kind of discussing the exact same thing that I think made Z not interesting at a certain point. It kind of lost me at the Buu saga. After Vegeta died during the Android saga,
when he was Majin Vegeta. Yeah.
After that, I was for the most part pretty much what.
I mean, I was kind of still with it.
Why are you doing this big reaction and you can't share?
Dominic didn't answer the phone.
Well, yeah,
we know that.
But he's there. He's sending your dad text messages.
Oh, of course. He's probably busy.
Well, now he's calling me back.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we can do that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hello. Hey, my phone was what's up? No, we was wanting to know if you want to be a special guest on the podcast. No,
we literally have 10 minutes.
We can have all the time we want.
We were talking about Dragon Ball and how power leveling ruined Z.
Fuck, damn it. Yeah, come on. PJ's about to call you right now.
Wait, how's that gonna work?
Don't worry, let us.
We're just gonna plug the phone into the to the thing.
That's why PJ has to call you and not me.
Why did you call me then?
Well, because we were trying to
see if you wanted to do it
before we got this deep in.
Yeah, because when. Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah, if he has so much to say.
He said, "Fuck."
Oh, I have so many good points, but no, yeah, but that
power leveling is really the problem.
Has been a problem. Now, before we do this, what I can say has really kind of like been getting my. I'll say what has been upsetting me as an anime fan is that I didn't know about some of these fire ass animes like.
We're not talking about other animes.
Yes,
what are you doing?
We're talking about all of them.
No, we're not. We're talking about Dragon Ball, you asshole.
That's it.
Why we can't talk about...
We just told Dominic power leveling is what we're talking about Dragon Ball.
Before him.
No, we're not talking
we're not doing that. We're not diverting.
Because niggas don't know what anything else is.
You've lost it. You're off the rocker.
I've been off my rocker.
All right, hold up. It's not. Hold up.
Got to give him a second.
Hello?
What do you mean, hold up?
There we go. It just the wire wasn't working. Hello, Dominick Spadoni, my brother.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, welcome to the podcast. This is your third appearance on the podcast. You're so important.
Jesus, I thought this was the second one. But okay.
No, you sat in one time, and you sat in twice. Remember the last one was my birthday last year, and then you did one before that.
I think it was a wrestling one, yeah.
That was a good one because Jared was sitting in for that too. So, what do you think really ruined Dragon Ball? Because I was just saying that I fell off really hard after the Android saga. After Vegeta blew himself up, I was kind of disinterested.
Oh no, that's where everyone stopped after the Boo saga, basically.
And I'm a big Goten fan too. Having said that,
I'm sorry. Wait, everyone didn't stop at the Boo saga. I think everyone was like sitting down watching it because it was Dragon Ball. Of course, you're gonna watch it, and then just watching the shit go down. And it's like, oh, everyone's worthless except for Goku and Vegeta, and not even Vegeta has any worth. It's all Goku.
And Gohan shit the fucking bed after the Android saga. The biggest disappointment in all of anime.
I blame Chi-Chi for Gohan's failures as a fighter.
I don't. I blame Videl for draining his balls.
I blame Tori Akiyama.
It was definitely Chi-Chi because she stopped him from fighting. Videl was still with the shit.
Oh yeah, she did. She forced him to get the job.
She forced him to go to focus more on school than fighting. Videl was still throwing hands.
She was.
Because her daddy was fucking Hercule. She couldn't not be a fighter
because everybody kept testing his gangster.
Your dad is dead, nigga. Fuck all that. Go to school, get a real job. And I feel like the most frustrating thing about Chi-Chi is that she undermined the fact that Goku was bringing home millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Whenever that fucking tournament was over and Goku fucking brought her that check, she was like, "You need to get a job, bitch. We are rich. What do you mean?"
No, I'm just gonna live in this random village.
I think the problem with Dragon Ball I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
Is the same problem with most animes is how power leveling and the increasing impending doom of each subsequent big bad guy is so formulaic and so the same in most of the fucking things I think that's why Attack on Titan is so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Is because the power levels are what the fuck they are, and the only person getting stronger is fucking Aaron and maybe one other person, and that's it.
And that's because
it's just Aaron.
It's just
Aaron. No, it's just Aaron.
It's just Aaron.
It's just Aaron.
That's what I'm saying, and he's getting more interesting as the show goes on. I'm just starting to get it, like really get into it again,
as he should.
Okay,
but that's
good.
The thing.
Huh?
So if we talk, let's talk Yu Yu Hakusho. Right,
they did
it's just
phenomenal.
Every new bad guy, he's not getting craftier. He's not figuring out ways of like getting this bad guy. It's just, oh shit, he's stronger. Well, I got to get stronger.
But no, that's not what happens in Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's exactly what happens.
No, that's in Yu Yu Hakusho. Right. The only way that he ever actually gets fucking stronger was the fact that he. What I don't is the fact that he found out that he was like a descendant of a great demon.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You talking about him he gets stronger? Because
I'm not talking about how. I'm talking just how the plot works in these animes. We're talking about the plot. I'm not talking about how.
Well, I mean, like Dragon Ball codified this shit. Like,
yeah, they made it.
It's the same. It's the same fucking deal every time. It's like it's gonna end with like, did Goku find a new form, or like did he get stronger?
Or did he help Gohan to kill Cell?
Yeah.
Well, the only time they deviated from that was when like Gohan took the reins, and then they decided, oh, we're not gonna let Gohan take the reins.
It was bullshit.
We saw what happens when Seth Rollins can main event and do an Iron Man match with Dolph Ziggler. We know we fucked up. Okay,
do you feel like
thought
to
y'all
some
wanted
degree
this,
though? Do you feel like to some degree though that's why they fucked up with GT? Is because all they really did to GT to rectify the power leveling issue is make Goku a kid.
Yeah. But
it's just Dragon Ball, but like in a microcosm.
Yeah.
Here's everything that's wrong with it. Why'd you make him a kid? Because you wanted to make it like the older series instead
more of an adventure or not. We're on Namek for 28 episodes.
But then we fucked up and realized like, oh, Z's cool. Let's grow up Goku again, and then like the transformation. it makes no sense, but it's cool, and that's where I'm at with Dragon Ball at this point. Is like, I fucking hate Jiren, but the shit's cool, so I'm gonna go with it.
I hate Jiren's design, but I like his story.
I love how he's a bug-eyed alien. He's a big gray dude, like typical alien, but he's buff as shit.
Yeah, he's
and that's fun to me, and it's stupid. It's fun.
Yeah,
I like how
I don't expect Gohan to like be in the spotlight again or like get a new form or whatever. I'm just along for the ride at this point. They're fucking like.
Gohan is never going to achieve any of those levels because he's a mama's boy. No one else gives a fuck about what Chi-Chi be talking about except for Gohan and Goten for the most part.
You're really going in on Chi-Chi right now? And I don't appreciate
He's the catalyst that stops him from like getting stronger. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but it's just Gohan.
He's still half human.
There's never been a second that.
But the fact that he was half human was why they were playing off a lot of the fact that he has a lot of untapped potential.
Right.
For whatever reason, we're like the creme de la creme in most media. Mixed people, for whatever reason, are just stronger than everybody.
Yeah, mulattoes are pretty cool.
Because
we're fantastic.
Because y'all speak to both sides.
Yeah, I can fight and I can get a job.
Here's what I'm saying. When you think about the way Chi-Chi was raising Gohan,
Dog, I am not going to
Goten,
allow you to continue to slander Chi-Chi on my podcast.
Here's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, when you look Gohan at that, never had a choice anyway. It was either my dad's dead and his arch enemy is training me to kill people.
He never really made a decision for himself at any point.
Absolutely not. And there's a video on that y'all should look up by Plague of Greats, and he goes into that. And like, it sucks because like Gohan's my favorite character, but he's nothing but just like comfort branding for children that like want to rebel.
But in that respect, isn't he kind of the most relatable character in Z if you really think about it?
Where I fucking love him.
Goku's like this preternaturally like gifted student athlete who's a dumbass but like gets good grades because they get handed to him because he can catch a football. Vegeta's like the try-hard who like wakes up like 3 o'clock every morning and shoots 150,000 free throws until his J is perfected.
Until he loses in the finals again.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, why Goku keep winning?
The Chris Paul of Dragon Ball, yeah. Okay.
Whoa,
here's what I'm saying.
Oh.
When you look at
even James Harden.
Man, look, all I'm saying is, when you look at how like not in the way Bulma is when it comes down to Vegeta raising Trunks.
Why are you on this?
He's sexist as fuck right now. He's like, it's the women's fault.
And I know. What I'm saying is if your biggest gripe with Gohan is the fact that like he didn't reach his potential, there's a reason for that.
His fucking mom.
Yeah,
like always a woman keeping a man from being great.
No, it was a woman keeping that man from being great.
The reason he didn't reach his potential is he called Boo a retard, and then Boo was like, "Well, I'm gonna eat you."
Hey, that's a bad word, Gohan. I'm gonna eat your ass.
And then he was wearing the nigga's vest
straight up.
Yeah, he sucks him up and then takes his fade. Like what?
Yeah.
He ate Piccolo and then he had the cool ass fucking cape.
Boo had all the drip.
He didn't eat Tien. He was like, I don't want another eye. That shit's weird.
That shit's weird, dog.
I'm gonna just kick the living fuck out of you.
Can't believe Boo is a hype beast. So he's just absorbing everyone's drip.
Straight up. That's all. That was his only purpose. Let's think about it. Boo's main purpose
is absorbing drip. It was flex.
And then like when he's done, it's like your shit ain't hype anymore. Like, I'm just gonna destroy your planet.
Just like Willy Wonka with the drip, dog. Just
I'm gonna turn your bitch ass into Godiva and take your drip, nigga.
What? These J's out of style. I'm gonna blow up this whole planet.
Genocide attack.
You know when Fat Boo like gets so mad that he generates the evil Boo?
Yeah.
That's what everyone. That's what they're like trying to look like now. That's just it.
That's the look. Basically Bobby and Quentin.
That's the look.
Wait, which one am I?
It's just angry, belligerent. Like I can't find my J's anywhere because everyone took them. So I'm just gonna eat this fat dude.
Hey, and that's a fair question, because you could be calling me Evil Bull, calling me Oob.
No, you're not.
Which was
Oob.
black.
It was like the spirit of Boo in a little Peloponnesian boy.
Yeah, he became a good person and then didn't worry about the drip. He found enlightenment.
He was like, yo,
and became a little Indian boy. I guess.
Was he Indian?
This is terrible.
I'm pretty sure he was Peloponnesian.
I don't know
what are you talking about?
I think Peloponnesian came after Sumerian culture.
Whatever.
There is no nation in Dragon Ball, dude. You're just making shit up.
Yeah,
now.
there's no nations, but there's fucking dogs that drive cars and niggas with big pink lips. Okay, so don't tell me about nationalities.
Nationality.
Asshole. You think your fucking PhD could fucking drag me around the room by my dick? I think not, Mr. Farm D.
They got fucking green niggas.
You could suck this Farm D, boy.
I'm just holding the phone and then looking at Jen as like, do you hearing this right now?
Yeah, Jen, this is what we talk about.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Happy birthday,
Jen,
strong
happy birthday.
lady.
Thank you.
She said thank you.
I cannot believe you had us on speaker this whole time.
It's not on speaker. My phone's just loud.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we're just that loud.
We're just that loud?
They're just fucking loud.
Jen, tell Jen she's on the podcast now.
Well, she knows.
Good. All right. Well, that's where we'll leave it because we're at an hour and we're trying not to make these episodes too long anymore, Dominic. So thank you so much.
I don't know who we is. I'm having a
no problem. Yeah, I can go into discourse about Dragon Ball all day, unfortunately.
We certainly could. Yeah, we might do a part 2 of this next week, and we'll have you in person or something.
Okay. I
sound less interested, Dominic.
No, because I'm like about to go to bed and like I'm cold, so I'm like trying to get warm and shit.
I have one way that you can get warm and also make Jennifer Strength's birthday the bestest birthday ever.
No. That's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen on the grounds that she's been having stomach issues for the past 2 weeks.
I completely forgot about that.
Do not do this.
I will cut all of this out.
I would just suggest 2 blankets.
Don't. You will embrace this.
Just 2 blankets, though.
Tell her I love her. I hope she's feeling well. To enjoy what is left of her birthday. To enjoy this weekend. I love you as well. Enjoy the rest of your week. You're doing God's work by filling these prescriptions and you're saving lives whether you realize it or not. I'm very proud of both of you guys, and I will talk to you later.
Love you too, man. Watch Attack on Titan. It's great.
I saw a couple clips of Aaron with an eye patch, and I think that's his.
It's like
it's getting deep.
This final season has been the best season.
Wait,
because it's calm.
Don't. Don't.
I'm not telling you what happened. All I'm saying
is don't.
This season is the best season.
Stop it. I just want to see people with these little air rigs get eaten.
Are you watching?
All right, Dominic, I'll highlight you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. What did you say?
Oh, I wanted to tell him to make him upset that I wasn't getting the vaccine. I wanted to make him mad, just like I had moms all up in arms about.
You're not making nobody mad, but the people you associate with. Yeah, those are the only people you make. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting the vaccine. You're not getting me sick, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I know.
It's a free country, you dumb bastard. Stupid asshole.
You feel better?
I'm big mad at you.
Why?
We'll talk about it on the next episode.
That's a good cliffhanger.
It is, because we'll talk about the vaccine rollout and we might talk about finances. I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about. Next episode is so up in the air right now. Just so you guys know, I'm going to figure out whatever happened with last week's episode on YouTube. I know y'all were waiting for that. I know you 3 people who listen to these episodes on YouTube were super hot that the last episode was not on YouTube.
No.
I'm trying to figure that out. We got a tech issue right now. I'm turning off your mic if you don't stop. If you don't stop.
It's legit not my fault.
The switchboard is in front of me. Thank you guys so much for listening. Go ahead and share this with at least one of your homies. If you're listening to this right now, share it with one friend of yours. You can listen to this wherever podcasts are listened to. Thank you again to Davenport, Iowa's Booty Shots. Thank you guys so much for supporting the brand. We will be back next week. We may be talking about anime. We might be talking about bad superhero movies. We might be talking about anything. We could talk about fucking anything. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Did y'all have anything? We didn't even talk about what we did this week.
Because it's not important.
Because nobody cares. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. I said it early.
Yeah.
Have a good day. And most importantly, have a nice weekend.
No, let's wait. Can we like wrap back around to like?
Yeah.
Let's just
Let me. Okay.
Let's just wrap back around.
Y'all be safe out there.
Y'all make sure y'all listen to all the
Stay warm.
places that have podcasts.
All the podcast places. Listen to all of our back catalog. You know that it's a lot of good shit we have back in there.
We're gonna have a new episode of Hood Chef tonight.
Are we?
It'll be a short one, but.
All right, yeah. A new episode of Hood Chef will be tonight, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. Y'all be warm. Be safe out there.
Be warm.
Texas, we looking out for y'all, bro. Y'all be careful out there. Most importantly, have a nice weekend. That felt a lot better. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh, fuck me. That's enough for this week.
So this is it? We're finished?
Y'all be cool. Right on. Do not miss a single episode. Holla back. Go clean your ass every day.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.